If you will. It's 5:30, so we'll get ready to start the meeting. Before we get into the meeting, this is the Blount County Planning Commission. We're going to have the emergency exit announcement. Okay, we do have a quorum, so we'll call the meeting to order. The first thing on the agenda is the approval of the minutes for the January 22nd meeting. Do we have a motion on that? We have a motion by Commissioner Giles. We have a second by Commissioner Wells. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, if you will, please vote.
Giles and then Wales.
Okay, now we're ready to vote. Please do so.
Motion passes.
The motion passes. First thing we have on the agenda is a public hearing. Mr. Buckner, would you tell us about that, please?
Yes, sir. This is a rezoning request for property located at 4750 East Lamar, Alexander. The request is to rezone from R1 to RAC. And they're rezoning 3.7 acre portion of the 5 acre tract. On the tax map, it still shows up as one tract, but it has been subdivided into 2 tracts, and I've included that plat. It's been recorded at the Register of Deeds office. It's plat 4873A, and we're referring to track 1 of that recorded plat. And the attachment in front of that plat is the exhibit that shows they're only rezoning the 500 feet back on that parcel, which is the limit that they can rezone in the RAC district. But I can take any questions if you have them.
Do we have a motion to forward this to the full commission? Let me back up 1 second. It was a public hearing. Is there anyone here that would like to comment on this rezoning? Anyone here that would like to comment on the rezoning? If so, I see no one. So now I'm ready for a motion to forward this to the full commission. I have a motion by Commissioner Wells. Do I have a second? I have a second by Commissioner Bright. Is there any questions? Commissioner McClellan.
We've had a lot of discussion in years past about 321 remaining a scenic highway and trying to keep it non-commercial as much as we could, and this seems to be where we start setting a precedence to get more commercial on 321 East, and I wouldn't like to see that.
Okay, that's well noted. Any other comments? Commissioner Mars.
I understand it's two different parcels. Is that correct?
It was one parcel, and you can see that on the tax map. And they split it up into 2 parcels, a 5 acre parcel and a 6.5 acre parcel, which is tract 1 and tract 2. And they're only rezoning tract 1. Tract 2 is not being rezoned. Or a portion of tract 1 is being rezoned.
Any other comments?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, just for
Mr.
clarification purposes, please. So they're just asking that the 500 feet from the right-of-way are the ones that will be changed to the RAC, and the rest of the backside of the property, if you will remain R1.
That's correct.
Thank you.
Any other questions? See none, if you're ready to vote, please do so.
Motion passes.
And the motion passes. Next item on the agenda is the review and consideration of resolution adopted by the County Commission recommending amendment to Chapter 8 of the draft comprehensive plan. And I believe we have our Commission Chairman here to address that for us and tell us what it's all about.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Planning Commissioners. Let me just start off and say thank you for the work that you all do for the county. I know it's a difficult position sometimes, and I really appreciate the work that you put into it. So before us, before you all, is an amendment or a series of amendments to the comprehensive plan that went through the process last year. And so this has some revisions that have been voted on by the County Commission and forwarded back to this body for your consideration. Some of them are very minor. Some are just changing out words to better fit, I think, the overall vision for what we want the county to look like and how we want it to proceed. But a few of them I do want to kind of touch on more in depth, and I'll stand for any questions that this commission has. So one change that was made is in the recommendation that came to us through the plan to maintain an inventory of locally owned public land suitable for affordable housing. I think the feeling here is that affordable housing is a worthy goal. It's something we should definitely be concerned about, but this is not the correct policy to pursue that. So that's one change that was made. Some other changes deal with the need to address traffic congestion as a whole. And so there are some wording changes throughout here that kind of gear us towards seeking that as a policy goal and not just something in passing. And then a pretty substantial change deals with, it's towards the end in goal T3, which is a new one. And this really grows out of the feeling that I had when the growth plan originally came back through to us. One thing that I was disappointed in, and many of my constituents were disappointed in, is the fact that the overall plan as presented didn't have many suggestions to deal with traffic congestion on the level that we need to. And there was some discussion about why that was, the purpose of the comprehensive plan, but regardless, I think from my perspective, and I think from many people's perspectives, alleviating traffic congestion should be a primary goal of what we're trying to do here. And so what this part of the plan is designed to do is to say we're going to consider looking at traffic congestion in a more comprehensive way. It's going to say, hey, we need to have some kind of task force or coordinating committee, and I'm open to any suggestions on this because I know there are some other bodies working on this. But just a clearinghouse to pursue funding opportunities, a clearinghouse to say we're going to track some metrics with regards to commute time, wait time. We're going to look at the different modes and kind of figure out between us and TDOT and the cities, how are we going to address traffic congestion going forward in this community? So that's really what that section deals with. And then in T3.3, one thing that I've mentioned and that the commission has passed is establishing a long-range capital plan to deal with our existing roads and new roads over the next 20 to 30 years. So kind of take on the long-range work of dealing with traffic congestion so that when the population continues to grow going forward, we don't have the same issues that we're seeing now. So thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll stand for any questions, and otherwise I'll sit back down.
Do we have any question of the Mr. Chairman here? Let's see. Commissioner Giles.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Can you elaborate a little bit more on the whole traffic issue, because being part of this comprehensive plan and taking a look at it, you're right, it doesn't address nearly in detail the way I think that it should be. So talk a little bit about next steps, or what does that process look like if we go in this direction, just for clarity purposes for me, please.
Well, and I think what this is saying is just, these are some ideas that we're going to consider. This is not saying necessarily we're going to do all the ideas that are in here, but to your point, what I would like to see is some more coordination between all the stakeholders. And it's not just a county issue, it's county, it's TDOT, it's the cities, and all of our stakeholders. And so, the big issue I think we're running into right now from a traffic perspective is capacity. And this is coming from, I've been here, I won't say my whole life, but I grew up here, I was born here and raised here. And a lot of the roads that we have now are the same roads that I rode on as a kid. And so I think if we're going to look at the next 20 to 30 years in this county, we need to have a game plan that's not just something that's being worked on in far-off rooms through metropolitan TPO, but in our county, what do we see as the on-the-ground needs here, and how are we going to address them? And I think one of the things that I think we need is major capital planning for those big roads, and that needs to be, not just done, but it also needs to be public. I think our citizens need to be prepared for that, and they need to know what the trade-offs are when we look at these projects, so that they can support them or give us their opinions about them.
And I'm not trying to problem solve here, but as you well know, the whole issue around Pellissippi Parkway extension has come to the forefront again for various reasons, and a lot of energy and emotion around that. Could part of that justification for the Pellissippi Parkway maybe fall into this category or into this particular issue?
Well, I think that's an example of a major project where, the public needs to be involved in that kind of discussion.
Right.
And say, and looking at our future and looking at the next 20 to 30 years, I think the public needs to be really involved in where any new roads, whether that's a minor road, whether that's a major road or an alternate route, they need to be aware of that and engage in that process.
Thank you, Mr. Anderson.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Are there any other questions or comments of the speaker? Seeing none. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Planning Commissioners.
Do we have a motion to move this to the full commission?
Yes, from Nick, and then
We do. We have a motion by Commissioner Bright. We have a second by Commissioner Wells. Any other discussion or comments? Seeing none, are you ready to vote?
Mr. Chairman, this was a public hearing, so if you wanted to open it, see if there was any other comments. This is advertised as a public hearing, so if you wanted to open it to anybody else that may have comments.
Do we have anyone in the audience that would like to speak to this? This is part of the public hearing on this proposal. If anyone has any comments, please stand and come forward. Seeing none. We do have a motion to move it to the full commission by Commissioner Bright, second by Commissioner Wells. Thomas, you want to comment anything else?
No, sir. I guess the only other thing where this is technically an amendment to the plan, because you all adopted by resolution the plan that we're currently debating this time last year. So as an amendment to the plan, passage of it would require, make sure I'm reading this right, a majority vote of the membership of the commission, not just a majority vote of those members present at the meeting. So you need 6.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I guess we're ready to vote.
motion passes.
The motion passes. That brings us down to public input on items on the agenda. If you're here tonight and you want to talk about an item that we have on the agenda, if you haven't seen the agenda, there's one up here that if you need to take a look at it. But if you want to talk to him about anything that's on our agenda, now's the time to stand up and come forward. Seeing no one. That takes us down to the preliminary plat major subdivision. Doug, you want to help us?
Yes, sir, I do. I have item B1, Pages Place subdivision, lots 34R1 through 34R4 off Willow Pond Drive by Murphy Bobcat. There's 4 lots, 3 are to be served by exclusively off a proposed common driveway and 1 with road frontage. The outstanding items to be completed are on page 5. I'm going to read those into the record. Number 1, all instructions in the staff analysis, including the developer notice, utility information, SWIP notice of coverage, if applicable, pre-construction meeting, and construction of all improvements, including the common driveway, drainage, and utilities. Number 2 is a copy of the maintenance agreement or homeowners association documentation to be supplied to staff for review prior to final plat. And number 3 is the preliminary plat fee. And that's all I have, Mr. Chairman. If you have any questions, I will address them.
Okay, we're ready for a motion. Do we have a motion to approve this with conditions? We have a motion by Commissioner Mars. We have a second by Commissioner Bright. Are there any other questions or comments? Commissioner McClellan.
I know this is a preliminary plat, but this plat doesn't show any dedication of right-of-way on Willow Pond. On the final plat, it should.
So I believe if it's not on there, we'll show it on there.
It's showing going up to the edge of pavement.
Yeah, we'll get it corrected.
Is that okay, Bruce?
Yes, as long as it gets corrected.
Okay. Any other comments? Questions? Seeing none. Are you ready to vote? Please do so. And the motion passes. Doug, you take the second.
Yeah, this is item E1. It's a replat of Lot 3 of the David Wayne Lee property off Floyd Lee Road and Big Springs Road. There's 4 lots along the county roads. Outstanding items to be completed are on page 2. Number 1 is signature plats with all certifications, including the Environmental Health Department, electric and water utilities. And number 2 is Environmental Health Department review fee and a platting fee. That's it, Mr. Chairman.
Do we have a motion on this to approve it with conditions? Have a motion by Commissioner Giles. Second by Commissioner Franklin. Commissioner McClellan. Do you have a question? Okay. Are there any questions or comments? Seeing none, if you're ready, please vote. And the motion passes. Item 2, Doug.
Yeah, I have the Johnson Acres, lots 1 and 2 off Johnson Road by Shore Land Development. There's 2 lots along the county road with a remainder greater than 5 acres. The outstanding items to be completed are number 1, signature plats with all certifications, including Environmental Health Department, electric and water. And number 2 is the Environmental Health Department review fee and the platting fee. That's all, sir.
Okay. Do we have a motion to approve with conditions? We do have a motion by Commissioner Bright. Do we have a second? Second by Commissioner Giles. Are there any questions or comments? Seeing none, if you're ready, please vote. And the motion passes. Takes us to item 3, Doug.
Yeah, this is the Tief Teller property off Keeble Road by Tina Robertson. There's 4 lots along the county road with the remainder. The outstanding items to be completed are on page 2. Number 1 is the Environmental Health Department review fee and approval of all lots with any required lot line modifications. I do want to update that the Environmental Health Department is okay with the lots as they're shown. Number 2, signature plats with all certifications, including Environmental Health Department, electric and water utilities. And number 3 is the Environmental Health Department review fee and the preliminary and final plating fee. That's all.
Okay, do we have a motion to approve with conditions? We have a motion by Commissioner Bright. We have a second by Commissioner Wells. Do we have any questions or comments? Seeing none, if you're ready, please vote. And the motion passes. That takes us down to miscellaneous items.
Yes,
Doug,
sir.
I guess you have that also, don't you?
I do. The last item I have is the Davis property off Bethel Church Road by Michael Davis. There's a variance request of the lot size. If you want to look at the plat, you'll note that there's 2 homes on the property currently. The zoning allows for the division of the property without any special considerations, but it does have to come to the Planning Commission for consideration when the lot sizes are less than standards. So there is a variance indicated to the minimum lot size for the one lot that is actually 22,053 square feet. The minimum lot size is actually, that's required is 32,670 square feet, which is 3/4 of an acre. So it's substantially less, but both of the homes are existing. All the septic systems, field lines, and septic tanks are all existing. The Environmental Health Department has reviewed it and has stated that this is the best place for the line for the division. And so staff has no problems with the division. The outstanding items to be completed are on page 2. One is the consideration of the variance request by the Planning Commission, and number 2 is the signature plats with all certifications, including environmental health, and then the plating fee and the variance request fee. And that's it. If you have any questions, I'll try to address them.
Okay. Do we have a motion to approve this with the conditions? We have a motion by Commissioner Bright. We have a second by Commissioner Sullins. Let's see, Commissioner McClellan, you have a question?
This note 8, original deed track crosses Bethel Chapel Road, Bethel Church Road, and you're dedicating right away on the opposite side of the road and not showing where that dedication is.
I'll discuss that with the surveyor. We'll get that clarified.
What?
I'll discuss that with Shane Snodderly, the surveyor, make sure we get that figured out.
Are there any other comments or questions? Commissioner Morris.
So, if 0.5, whatever it is there, if they have sewer problems in the past or in the future, how will that go? I know that the soil up there doesn't perk real well.
Yeah, so we have that problem all over the county. I mean, it is sort of what it is. You know, there's no more land there, regardless of which way you cut this. There's already 2 homes, 2 systems. The Planning Commission, and I guess, you know, under the zoning regulations, has considered that in the past, that it's actually a benefit to have these on individual lots than on one lot. The Environmental Health Department will do whatever they can. They have different procedures. If there's any reserve area, that's where they'll go first. If there's not, they have other things that they do to try to make repairs, and then after that it gets more and more cumbersome. But this is actually seen as a benefit to the current situation.
Commissioner Bright.
So, I don't have a question, I just want to make a statement. There's 2 houses already here. It's not adding any more development, it's not adding any more traffic. And the question of the septic, they're gonna go the same place with it in the future, they're gonna go with it if we don't separate this. They're gonna have the exact same amount of land, whether we separate it or not. I don't know the circumstances here, but I can remember in the past, it might be a family situation where trying to give a family member a piece of property and need it subdivided. There's all kinds of situations that could cause this, and I don't see it hurts anything separated for them. Thank you.
Any other comments? Questions? Seeing none, if you're ready to vote, please do so. And the motion passes. Thomas, you have any other reports? No, sir. No other unfinished business? If there's anyone here that wants to give public input on anything that we haven't talked about, any items that are not on the agenda, now's the time to stand up and be recognized and speak to them. Seeing none, this meeting is adjourned.